Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Likquid Cash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Likquid Cash. I need it all out the stash. The man, the myth, money making Mitch. Hey, listen, man, it's gonna be another classic episode. Y'all know how I do. We live and direct and we full effect. You heard? Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how it go down. Instead of being live on a Thursday, I'm live on a Friday. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's how I was feeling today, man. I woke up, I said, you know what? It's time for me to go live, man. Fuck it. It's time for me to go live. It's about time they get to see it live and direct again. You know, sometimes, I want to take a break and just relax my mind and just do some reading and work on my mental and work on my physical and work on everything but being on the, podcast or whatever. So excuse me if you miss me, but I'm back like cook crack, you dig? It's all good. We're going to get it going. And we definitely live on Zoom as well. So I left the link. If you want to join the conversation via Zoom, you could do that as well. You dig? Don't even trip. We got it all. We got it locked on, and we got it covered on all bases. Now, bear with me. There's something new that I'm trying. So forgive me if I don't get it perfect the first time. But practice makes perfect, right? Nah, perfect practice makes perfect. You dig? You can be good at doing the wrong thing. So let's try to do it the right way, and let's try to be perfect at doing it the right way. And like I said again, I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with me, and I'm thankful and grateful for that. For everybody that's on my TikTok live right now, y'all know what y'all need to do, man. Click the link in the story, and you'll be able to join, the YouTube live. You could be able to be a part of this conversation. And we're going to be talking about, a few things. And I want y'all to be a part of it. But I want y'all to be a part of the whole experience because it's a vibe over here. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. So I need y'all to be a part of the whole experience. You dig? You can see me on different camera angles. You can see different things going on. You can be able to see the guests when they call in on Zoom. So you'll be able to see everything. So join the live on Create a Steady Hustle on YouTube. It's my platform. We trying to build one brick at a time. So y'all, come over here and come vibe with your boy, man. And this is usually a live that I'm just discussing, life topics, mindset topics. But today we're going to be doing something special because I started a book club called the Mindset Mogul Book Club, right? And every month I give you a book to read, a book to look over and find some jewels. Because any book that I read, best believe it's going to be some jewels in there that you can use to further your life and educate yourself and just inspire yourself and just basically help you to move further and get closer to your goal. But this month, we're going to dive into my book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. If you don't have my book, you need to go get it ASAP. This month, we'll be diving in and we'll be discussing topics from this book. Now, I could basically go through this book and look at any page. I don't care what page I flip to. I can flip to any page and there's going to be some jewels in this book. There's going to be some game in this book. It's going to be some great information in this book, you dig? So I advise y'all to get it. If y'all want to be a part of the discussion, I normally don't do this on my live. I usually do this exclusively for my book club. But today I want y'all to get a glimpse of how it goes down and what y'all don't see behind the scenes and, some of the content y'all been missing out on, you dig? But everybody that's in my book club, you know what I'm talking about. And if y'all want to join the book club, the information will be in the description below, you dig? I advise y'all to join the book club as it's definitely a good experience, all right? Anyway, we're going to get right into it, man. Like I said, again, today's topic is about a few things. that I read in this book, or that I wrote in this book. And today I want to discuss why I thought love had a price tag. And for most people, I don't know it's for most people, but I know for me, when I was young growing up, I always thought, love came with a price tag. That was just my perception based on, the way I grew up. And we're going to dive deep into that on why I thought that way. And sometimes I still think that way in certain aspect, right? And we're going to get into that. But I want to ask y'all as well, have y'all ever stayed in a relationship based on how much someone spent on you? I'm going to say that again. Have y'all ever stayed in a relationship based on, or maybe left a relationship based on how much someone spent on you? You might have left because dude was being cheap. He was being real frugal with his money and he wasn't really spending nothing on you, and you might have left. So have you stayed or left in a relationship based on how much someone spent on you? I want to know. And if y'all want to join the conversation, like I said again, I have a Zoom link in the description. You can join that Zoom link and you'll be able to, voice your opinion on the Zoom, and the whole world will be able to see you and do your thing, and you could express how you feeling, and we can go back and forth and have dialogue. If you agree or you disagree with my opinions on anything I've ever said on my platform, you could definitely call in and we can definitely discuss that. But if you agree with something that I might have said, then you could definitely, give flowers where they're due. You know what I mean? Most definitely. And like I was saying again, this book, I spent a lot of time writing this book, a lot of effort, and there was no stone left unturned. So you're going to be able to get a lot of jewels in this book, and we're going to start from the beginning, though. We're going to start from the beginning. We're not even going to get to the first chapter because there's so much in the forward. I know for me, sometimes I don't really read the forwards for books. You know what I mean? I just how I do. I don't usually read the forward, but because it's my book, right? Of course, I got to read the forward because it's my book. So it's only right I do that. But before we get into that, man, how y'all liking the swag, man? How y'all liking the swag? You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real dapper right now, man. How y'all liking the swag, man? What's going on, TikTok? How y'all feeling the swag? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I came through suited and booted, man. That's just how I was feeling, man. I was feeling suited and booted. I got them gaiters on my feet too, man. Them Louis Vuitton gaiters that matches the jacket. Let me see some likes, man. Let me see some likes in the comment section. Let me see some fire in the emoji section if y'all liking the swag. You got to stay on point. You got to look your best. You got to stay fresh. That's just how I do it. I like solid colors. I don't really like a lot of colorful colors. You dig? I'm a manly man. I'm a masculine man. So you ain't going to see me in no, colorful suit or colorful, shoes on looking like a circus clown. Nah, I like solid colors. I like earth tone colors. I like shit that's going to make me feel good, make me look good, and I want to represent myself in the best way. I'm a man, so I'm going to dress like one, you dig? Now, kudos to you niggas who want to be daredevils and put on purple ties and put on pink suits and shit like that. That's fly if you can pull it off. But for me, I like solid colors, man. I like dark colors. You dig? I like earth tone colors. You know what I mean? I like to be one with nature when I get fly. Sometimes I might throw on something colorful depending on where I'm going on the outing, the event. But for the most part, I'm comfortable wearing dark colors. You dig? Earth tone colors. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? Show some love, man. Let me see some likes. Let me see them likes go up. Stop playing. Now, if you didn't know before, I'm going to tell you now. This is a give and take relationship that we got going on. A give and take relationship. This is just not a giving, and I'm just going to continue to give. I love giving. You dig? I love giving, but this is a give and take relationship. If I give you some jewels you can use, and if I give you value, I need you to like, I need you to subscribe, and I need you to leave a comment. But most importantly, I need you to support the platform. You could definitely hit it off with this. You could definitely do the super chat if you got a special question you want to ask. You dig? That may be off topic. You could definitely support the show with a super chat. You could definitely go on liquidcash.com and purchase one of my books. Purchase something from the site. I guarantee you're going to see something you like. So make sure that you understand it's a give and take relationship. We just not going to give you all these jewels and you don't give back in return, you dig? That's how we keep the process going. I just want to make sure y'all understand that. This is the type of relationship we have. This is the type of understanding we have. This is nothing new. You already know what goes on over here. We always going to say something valuable. We always going to give you some jewels you can use. I don't just talk because I got lips. Y'all know that already, you dig? So y'all know how I get down. Y'all know how I do. And pardon me if I'm late for my own live, but it is what it is. Sometimes I'm late to the party. Why? Because I like to get fly. You dig? And when you get fly, you're going to be fashionably late. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I'm always going to be fashionably late. And y'all understand that. Y'all been rocking with me for a while. Y'all know how I do. I can come out here in a white t-shirt and some blue jeans and some white sneakers. And that might be cool for most, but not for me. I like to always represent myself and present myself in the best standard possible. Quality is everything to me, you dig? So quality over quantity, and presentation is most important because, hey, man, the look is the hook, most definitely. In case you guys don't know, the look is the hook. Your look says everything. You are judged by what you look like. You dig? They judge everybody by the cover. And we do judge a book by its cover. And your look is the cover. It is what it is. How y'all like my new shades? These my Bottega Venetas aviator shades. You know what I mean? Some fly shit, man. Y'all know how I do, man. Come on, man. Yeah, I know how it is, man. I like to stay fly, man. All right, let me see if I could put the what's that called? The Zoom link inside of this particular conversation, if y'all don't mind. Right? Give me some time. Give me a second. I wish somebody had told me a long time ago when I was younger that all the answers to the questions that I had was inside of a book. I would have started reading a long time ago, man. But the first book I ever read was a classic hood novel. It wasn't the greatest book ever written, but it got the job done. It expanded my imagination. It made me see the world beyond the environment I was living in. 99% of the people I grew up around didn't read anything outside of what they read in school. And once school was over, to pass the time, they did everything and anything besides reading. But when it finally clicked for me, it was life-changing. It shifted my whole mindset to the point if I don't read for 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes throughout the day, I feel like my day is not completed. Reading is one of the most important habits you could add to your daily routine. That's why I'm advising y'all to check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. Anyway, like I said again, things that I want to know about you is this. Have you ever stayed in a relationship based on how much someone spent on you? Or have you ever left a relationship based on someone not spending enough on you? And why? I am going to discuss that. Why I thought love had a price tag. All right? But what's love? I want to know what's y'all opinion. What's love? What's love? What's love? What's love? A lot of people, what's love? And that's where I start my forward off. I started my forward off basically stating, if I were to ask 100 people about love, I would receive 100 different answers. And each one would be valid because there's no wrong answer when it comes to personal belief. Our beliefs shapes who we are, but in my personal opinion, love embodies the essence of God. God loves us unconditionally, despite our flaws. He shows us mercy and grants us grace, even as we fall short of his glory every day. Love is a thorn. Love is a rose, beware of his thorns. So yeah, that's my definition of love. In my mind, I think love embodies the essence of God. I want to know what's your opinion. What's love to you? You dig? And a lot of times, when we get in a relationship, most women want the man to love them unconditionally, and most people want the love to be strong in the relationship. For some reason, for me, I ain't gonna lie, I never really cared about love when it comes to relationships. keep it 1,000 with you. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know why I think that way. But for me personally, I never look for love from a woman. I never was yearning for somebody's love. You dig? That was never my thing. My thing was, I need you to be loyal to me. That's what I want. I want respect, and I want loyalty, and I want appreciation. Those are the three things that I want. I want respect, I want loyalty, and I want appreciation. I didn't really care too much if a woman loved me or not. You dig? That might be harsh, but that's just what it is. I just want to know, do you appreciate my efforts? I just want to know that you're loyal to me. I just want to know that you respect me. You respect my essence. You respect my presence. You respect me as a man. I think love, you should give kids love. You dig? Love, kids should be yearning for love, and, women should yearn for love. But a man don't really, we can go through life without, needing love or getting love or receiving love. Some men can't. Some men want love. Some dudes, they yearn for that. Some dudes want that, and that's cool. That's fine. You feel me? And they can't do without it. But a person like me, I really don't, care too much for it, because I've seen too much. I've done too much. I have experienced too much. I've, been with women who said they love their husband, or love not their husband, because I don't sleep with married women. But I've been with women that was in relationship who said they love their significant other. They're in love with their partner, but yet and still, she going down low and giving me a sloppy toppy. You dig? Yet and still, she in my bedroom butt ass naked, and she telling me about how much she love her man, how much she appreciate her man. You dig? Oh man. But you in the bedroom with me getting jiggy. So that's the type of things that I've experienced throughout my life. So when you experience that so many times, eventually you start to realize, like, a person could say they love you and still do you dirty, still stab you in the back, still cheat on you, right? So it's like, when I noticed that was the moment I said, you know what? I'm not too fancy about love. I'm more interested in if you're being loyal, and if you're respecting me behind my back, and if you're appreciating the things that I may do for you. Those are the three things that I'm more concerned about, because like I said again, I've seen women, who said they love their man, their partner, and they've been with him for years, but yet and still you catch him on the right night. They might have had the right argument at the right time, and now she's vulnerable and she's looking for someone to show her attention, and I happen to pop up, show her the right attention at the right time, and now she's back at my crib doing God's know what for little or nothing. You dig? I'm not really, breaking bread. I'm not really taking you nothing, doing nothing astronomical. I'm not taking you out of the country. We're not flying to Dubai. We're not doing none of that. I'm just presenting myself, my persona, my energy, my aura, and it's going down. Now everybody don't got that gift. Everybody don't got that talent. I know some of you dudes, you got to spend some money to get your way. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to pay to play. I'm not knocking a nigga that's doing that. You feel me? If you doing that, that's cool. That's you. You know where you stand. You might not be that attractive. You might not have that much swag. You might not just, you might not just have it. You feel me? Because you're born with it. I was born with it. Most niggas ain't. So sometimes you might have to, break bread to get between her legs. Kudos to you. But for me, I seen it go down too many times without me doing little or nothing. You dig? So yeah, that's the last thing I look for from a woman. And that's my advice to most men. Hey, stop looking for love. Look for respect. Look for loyalty. Look for, honesty, for appreciation. You're a man. Carry yourself as such. You should have enough love for yourself, for both of y'all. That's how I carry it. I got enough love for me, for both of us. I love me so much, I don't give a damn if she don't really care about, my feelings that much. because I care about my feelings. You feel me? So if she doesn't show me the type of love that a mother shows a son, I'm not really tripping on that. That's not really my thing. I'm not, like I said again, I might be a little bit more harsh than a normal human being, but that's just, that's the way I grew up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just how I was giving it up. But listen, like I said again, we're going to go through the book. Like I said, that was one of the quotes from the book. Love is a rose, beware of the thorns. That's a quote that I wrote. And the reason why I wrote that quote is because, love comes with a price. You dig? And the price can be heartbreak. It can be sorrow. It can be pain. It can be pleasure. It could be bliss. It could be opulence. Love comes with a price. It comes with something. You dig? And when I was growing up, my experience with love, this female that I was talking to when I was young, I was probably about 16 years old. I was very infatuated with her. I think I told this story before. I could say her name, but I'm not going to say her name. I was really infatuated with her. Every time that, school was out, she used to work in this place called a bazaar. She would sell jewelry and different things of that matter. And I would go there to go see her every time I get off or get out of school. And she would be there and we would be talking. And I would bring her some lunch and shit, and, stuff like that. And we started to like each other, relationship going fine. We got together. And we never really did anything. We just kissed. That was it. I was young. We wasn't really getting jiggy like that. But every time I went to her store after we got in a relationship, there would always be another guy there talking to her because she was very attractive and she would entertain these guys. You feel me? And I cared for her a lot. She didn't really care for me the way I cared for her. That's what I learned later. And just to protect myself, I broke up with her. Because I felt I loved her more than she loved me. Or I cared for her more than she cared for me. So, like I said again, love comes with a price. And then the price I paid for that was heartbreak. I thought that she was really interested in me and she really was rocking with me and everything was going fine. And she really cared about my feelings. Like I said, I was young. I didn't really know too much. Father didn't talk to me about the birds and the bees. Mother didn't sit me down and talk to me about relationship and how scandalous women can be. I didn't get that conversation, you dig? So anyway, like I said, me falling in love with her came with a price. I couldn't deal with the fact that she was socializing, quote unquote, socializing with other males in her job. I couldn't really, that wasn't rocking with me. I didn't respect that. You dig? I felt like, if you at your job, you're supposed to be on the clock getting money, focus on, selling these dudes a jewelry piece, not having conversations and talking for wee hours. You dig? So anyway, long story short, I broke up with her. Love came with a price. What I got out of that situation was a heartbreak. You dig? I got heartbroken by that situation. It hurt me more than it hurt her. And from that particular day, I was very wary about giving my emotions to someone in that way. So I never really did that again. Not that I know of. I never really gave my heart to somebody in that way anymore. Have I met people that I had love for? Most definitely. I've met people I had love for. Was I in relationships with people I really cared about and loved? Most definitely. But I never gave them my heart in a way where it would hurt me and to the point where I wouldn't be able to function or carry out my day. And some people, they get in relationships and they give wholeheartedly and they give all their love and all their compassion and everything, every bit of their love, and they end up getting heartbroken and not being able to function after that in society. They can't overcome a heartbreak. Some people get in a heartbreak and they pay the price of losing their life. There's a lot of dudes that, fuck around and be in love so much with a female and the female want to move on and they don't want her to move on, and now they ready to off they self and off the female and kill and unalive everybody in the house. That happens. And that's the price he had to pay for love. You dig? And love have that type of effect on some people. That have that type of effect where some women can't take that their men don't want to be with them and they want to be with someone else, or maybe her man slept with someone else. Now she's ready to do whatever she could do in her power to make his life a living hell. That's the price that you pay when you decide to give your heart to somebody that don't love you in the way that you want to be loved. You dig? So love do come at a price. It does. It does come with a price. And the main reason why I always assume love came with a price is because when I was younger, I dated older women. I always loved older women. That's the only women that got my attention. I never dated women in my same grade. Like if I was in grade 8, you in junior high, I'm in junior high, we don't have nothing in common. You dig? Even though we may have the fact that we are in the same grade or we go to the same school, we got that in common. But my mind is so advanced, I had an old soul, so I never felt that I had anything in common with the younger girls in my school. I got an old soul. I don't have nothing in common with you. You still playing with dolls. You dig? So all of the women that I was attracted to was either in a higher grade than I was. You dig? And all the women that was in a higher grade than me was attracted to me as well because, like I said again, I had an old soul. So women used to come up to me all the time when I was in school. You dig? I would be in the 7th grade. Women would come up to me in the 12th grade and ask me, do I want to be their man? And I say, okay, why not? You dig? I'm young. I don't know how to say no. I'm just going through life. You dig? And they would buy me certain things. You dig? These women would do certain things for me. They would bring me lunch in school. They would help me do my homework. You dig? They would do the most for me. Small gestures. And that happened throughout my life. Even getting older, when I hit 17, I dated somebody that was around 32. Now, somebody might say she was, a petty. She was definitely taking advantage. But I was 17. I thought I was a grown man. So I was dating somebody that was 32. I was out on my own by the age of 16. So, by that time, I'm thinking I'm a grown man. I'm paying, light bills, not major bills, but I'm paying light bills and, different things of that nature. I'm trying to defend myself and go through life on my own. So I'm thinking I'm a grown man. I'm dating somebody 32. She bringing me gifts and buying me this and buying me that. And I'm thinking I'm having it my way, not knowing that she probably just using me for sexual energy. You dig? And I was enjoying that. That was a good trade-off for me because, like I said, again, I was young, full of stamina, trying to make it, trying to figure out life. I'm dating somebody older, so I'm feeling like she could educate me and I could learn some things from her versus dating somebody that was 17. And I associated all the nice gestures and all the things she did for me with love. I felt she cared about me. She appreciated me. She valued my presence, and she showed it by giving me acts of service, gifts and things of that nature. So I associated getting and receiving gifts with love. Was I right? Was I wrong? Don't know. You dig? There's no rule books to this. There's no manuals to this. This is how, I just associated love. And this is why I think, at a young age, or I thought at a young age, love came with a price tag. And now that I'm talking about it and we having this conversation, like I explained earlier, love do come with a price tag. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's emotional. But at the end of the day, love do come with a price tag, because anytime you give somebody your heart, you giving them basically the opportunity to hurt you. You giving them the opportunity to not value your love. You giving them the opportunity to do something that goes against what you feel they should be doing to show your love or represent the bond that y'all are creating. Anytime you give somebody your heart, you giving them the opportunity to hurt you. So love do come with a price. And like I said again, it could be financial, it could be physical, it could be emotionally, it could be spiritually, because sometimes you create a soul tie with a certain individual that you involved with. And when you create that soul tie, now some of the things that they was doing, the toxic behaviors they had, now you got some of those same toxic behaviors and you don't know why. And it's all because you created that soul tie with that person that you was deeply in love with. So let's go back to what I was trying to say. That's why I always associated love with a price, because women would spoil me with gifts and spoil me with different things when I was young. Now, these women were older than me. You dig? They was older than me, so they had a little bit more knowledge. Like I said again, they might have been using and abusing me physically, you dig? But I was enjoying the ride. So you dig? You ain't gotta send out an APB and look for them. I was enjoying the ride. I ain't pressing no charges. I ain't doing nothing. None of that. You dig? Ain't nobody Bill Cosby me. I was just enjoying the ride as a young man, having a good time, dating women that was way older than me, damn near my mother age. But I was just, they was fine too. It ain't like they was chopped liver. They was most definitely fine. You dig? Yeah, man. So like I said again, let's digress and let's get into this book as well, because there's certain things I want to definitely share with y'all. Now, in the comment section, y'all, please let me know y'all best. Let me know what y'all think in regards to do love come with a price tag. I want to hear y'all opinions on that topic. I want to know how y'all feel about that, and I want to know what y'all have to say about that. You dig? And hold up. Y'all already know, man, this is a give and take relationship, right? Let's see what's going on in the comment section real quick. Let me see what's popping over here. All right, let me see some likes, man. Let your boy see some likes. Come on, get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up, you heard? All right, when y'all get them likes up, I'll start talking again, you dig? I also pinned the link for the Zoom. So if you guys want to join the Zoom, I also pinned the link for the Zoom, all right? So y'all make sure y'all click the link. Matter of fact, let me check and see if this link work. What's poppin', TikTok, man? Hey, TikTok, I told y'all need to come over here or create a steady hustle, man. You dig? Come over here to the YouTube. Feel me? That's where y'all need to be. Come over here and rock with me, man. It's going down over here. But y'all got to get the whole vibe. Y'all missing the vibe. Y'all missing the whole vibe. Y'all got to get the whole vibe. You dig? In order for you to get the whole vibe, you got to come over to, you know what I mean? YouTube. Let me actually cook this link and see if this link gonna lead me to the Zoom. Hold on. Okay, this link actually led me to the Zoom. Okay, so we did something right today. We did something right. Okay. The link actually leads you to the Zoom. And I'm gonna also leave a number in here so you can call in as well. All right. So I'm gonna take my time today. We ain't gonna really rush nothing. We're gonna take our time today. We're gonna educate. We're gonna motivate. We're gonna inspire. We're gonna give you some good games, some jewels you can use. Y'all know how it goes when y'all over here with me, man. Y'all know how I do it. I do it like nobody else. Nobody can do it like me. Half of these niggas can't even read. That's why they would never write a book or even do a segment live reading a book. Y'all know half of these dudes can't read, man. You know what I mean? So y'all getting exclusive right now, top of the line shit. Ain't nothing scripted. Everything is off the top of the dome. You dig? We freestyling right now, but we using the power, not the power of thought, because that's one of my books as well. That would be the book of the month later on. But right now we doing tips on relationships. You dig? And I want y'all to join my Mindset Mogul Book Club All of the information will be in the description below for you to join the book club. It's very affordable. The price will go up on your ass. Right now it's $9.99. I'm telling you right now, if you join late, the price is going to go up on your ass. And trust me, you're going to regret not joining. So I made it very affordable. If you don't want to have, if you don't want to be a part of the book club, I mean, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice. I can't force you to get this game. You feel me? I just can give it to you. Yeah, I know what it is, man. Anyway, let's get into it, all right? Let me see a part in this book that I highlighted. I said, I often wonder how some couples transition from declaring you are the love of my life to navigating divorce and only communicating through lawyers. And that's one of the prices you got to pay for love. I always wonder that. How can someone go from you the love of my life? I'm walking down the aisle with you. I'm devoting my life to you. I'm giving you my heart, body, and soul. We just declared our love in the front of all these people. We let everybody know that we in love. And we walking down the aisle. Our kids are holding hands. You dig? Everything is great. We getting along splendid. I don't want to be with nobody but you. I don't see myself with nobody but you. You are my Alpha and my Omega. You're everything to me next to God. And now all of a sudden, we fighting in divorce court. We acting like we don't know each other. We acting like complete strangers. It's almost like we never loved each other because I'm trying to take you for everything you got. You trying to take me for everything I got. And we can't come to a common ground, or we can't have a positive dialogue with each other. We got to speak through strangers, through lawyers we don't even know, that don't have our best interests at heart. My question is, where did the love go? Where did the love go? How can you go from I love you more than cooked food to I hate your guts and I wish you rotten hell? That's some serious type of love. See, what I realize is this, man. When somebody say they love you, that comes with all type of other bullshit. Don't think love comes by itself. One thing about love, it do not come by itself. Once a woman or man say they love you, that's an intense emotion. That's one of the strongest emotion next to sex. Love. Passionate love, committed love, deeply in love, that's a strong emotion. And once somebody say they love you, the moment that love is not controlled, that love doesn't know how to deal with itself, because it's important that you know how to control love, because it's a deep emotion. But like I was saying, love comes with a lot of different things. The jealousies intensify. The insecurity is intensified. All aspects of that person, emotional roller coaster they go on, is intensified. See, love intensifies everything. You dig? And this is one of the reasons why I never cared if a woman told me she loved me or not, because I knew once she said she loved me, everything else is going to be intensified. All of her jealousy, all her insecurity, all the shit that she comes with is going to be intensified. So if you think she's jealous, if from a scale of 1 to 10, before she falls in love with me, her jealousy might be at a 2. But the moment she falls in love with me and tells me she loves me, her jealousy is now intensified. It is off the Richter scale. It's all the way to a 10. Her insecurities is all the way to a 10. Now, before she loved me, it was at a 2. She was jealous, but not that jealous. She was able to deal with certain things. She was able to cope with certain things. But now she got emotionally involved and she got wrapped up around me. You dig? I got her caught in my web. So now her jealousy is intensified. It's all the way up to a 10. Her insecurities is all the way up to a 10. You dig? She's watching what I'm doing. When I leave my phone somewhere, she's peeking over to see if she can, you know what I mean, find a time to go on my phone. If I'm driving and she's next to me, she's watching me put my password in my phone so she can memorize it and go on my phone while I'm sleeping. All of these things start to transpire after somebody says they're deeply in love with you. All of these things start to transpire because most of us are not emotionally intelligent. So we don't know how to deal with the emotion of love. We don't really know how to love the correct way. Coming up in the trenches, nobody sat us down and taught us how to love somebody the correct way, how to show appreciation in the correct way. You dig? How to express love. Most women coming up, they don't know how to express love the correct way, man. I have never met a woman that knew how to love me the way I would like to be loved. Never. And the ones that I cared about enough, I would teach them and I would show them how I like to be loved, how I like to be appreciated, how I like to be treated. I have to show them. And that's what you got to do in your relationship with your man, with your woman. You got to show them how to love you because they don't know how to love you. They just know that they love you. Even if they don't even know the meaning of love. They just feel something about you. They're infatuated with you. Every time you're away or every time you're around them, they feel some type of way. So they just say, okay, I love you. That gotta be it. That gotta be what I'm feeling. I'm feeling love. But nobody give you a manual on how to love someone correctly. And everybody else's love language is different. There's no two people that have the same love language where they want to be loved the same way. Just because you did one thing with another guy doesn't mean you should do the same thing with this new guy. He may not be interested in what the other guy was interested in. And that may not work on him because you may feel like, okay, I got him to love me by doing this and doing that. So I'm going to do the same thing in this new relationship. And hopefully this person would love me and care for me the same way. It don't work that way. We don't have a manual. We don't have a booklet. Nobody showed us how to do this. So we just learning on the fly. So I say that to say this. All these emotions is intensified when somebody say they love you. So be prepared for the storm. Be prepared for the rain. Be prepared for the hurricane. You dig? Because nobody taught us how to love. So we have to go through this and learn through trial and error. This is why they can go from I love you and I will love you to the end of time and I'm devoted to you and I'm ready to walk down the aisle with you to go to I hate your guts and I wish you burn in hell and I want to take you for everything you got and I'm going to make your life miserable. We see it happen in divorce court every day. It's happening right now as we speak. Two couples that started a family together, that thought they was going to be together forever, fell madly in love, and all of a sudden now they're strangers in their own home. It happens every day. Love comes with a price tag. Are you willing to pay for it? I'm going to ask you again. Love comes with a price tag. Are you willing to pay for it? Because it's expensive. Very expensive, man. And most of y'all can't afford it. Yeah, most of y'all can't afford it. Love comes with a price tag and it's expensive and most of y'all can't afford it. So I don't even know why y'all be trying to fall in love. Y'all can't afford to fall in love, man. You can't afford to be in love. You're behind on your bills. You're late on your rent. Your car note is damn near, overdue. It's about to get repoed any minute. You don't know the last time you took your woman out. She don't know the last time you did something nice for her. You ain't know the last time you cooked for your man. You ain't know the last time you did anything nice for your man. But you claim you in love. Love where, bitch? Love come with a price. And by the looks of it, and by the looks of your life, you can't afford to be in love. Your ass need to be doing overtime at your job. Your ass need to be doing overtime at somebody else's factory. You don't need to be trying to fall in love. You can't afford it. It's expensive. You know you can't deal with a heartbreak. If you get your heart broken now, you'll be in shambles. You'll go through a Great Depression. Not only you'll be depressed emotionally, your pockets will go through a Great Depression. Yeah, some of you niggas can't be in love, man. Some of you motherfucking women can't be falling in love, and y'all be looking for love all day, looking for love in all the wrong places. Nah, you can't afford it, baby. You dig? Love is expensive, and you can't afford it, man. Y'all gotta be easy out there. Y'all know I'm firing up right now. I'm getting fired up. I'm getting fired up. Anyway, let's go through this. You dig? See, the thing about this, right? What's so important about, that transition that two couples go through from being in love to now hating each other guts? When I see that happening, I'm studying, I'm observing, and I'm learning from other people's mistakes. See, a wise man can learn from a fool, but a fool learns from nobody. You dig? So I learn from other people's mistakes so I don't have to do the same things or go through the same things they go through. And one of the chapters I talked about in this book is I also gain an insight into human nature, their habits, and the workings of their minds. Now, that's very deep. That's very important for you to understand this part of the book, because when you're with someone, you don't really know who you with until you go through something. Till you're faced with something. Till you're faced with a challenge or an adversity or a problem or a situation. You don't really know who that person is until they're faced with the fire. You dig? And a lot of times when I talk to young women about their relationships and they're going through a heartbreak and they're going through tough times in their relationship, they always say, he changed. I didn't see this coming. I didn't know he was going to act like this. I didn't know he had this in him. I didn't know he was like this. And I would always say to them, you've been in a relationship for how long? You've been in a relationship for 5 years? And you trying to tell me you didn't know this person was scandalous? You didn't know this person was treacherous? You didn't know this person was heartless? You mean you let this man bamboozle you? You let this woman bamboozle you for 5 years? You didn't know that they had a whole other family? A whole other situation going on? For 5 years, you was deaf, dumb, and blind to all the things that was going on behind your back. Now, I don't want to believe that. Nah, I can't believe that. I don't believe that a person can fake it for that long. I don't believe a person can fake it for 5 years. You know what I believe? I believe you wasn't paying attention to the signs. You saw all the red flags. You saw all the things that said, beware of dog. Yeah, you saw the flag. You saw the sign that said, beware of dog. You knew he was a dog, but that turned you on. That made you feel like alive again. That gave you a thrill. You loved the fact that you was with a man that other women liked. You loved the fact that you was with a man that other women wanted to be with. But when you got him, now you just want him to be with you. You want him to be under lock and key. But before you spent 5 years with that man, you knew he was a talk of the town. You knew he was a hot boy. You knew he had women running after him from city to city to titty to titty. You knew what you was getting yourself into. but he had your attention. And you was loving the fact that he had your attention. And you was loving the fact that you had his attention. And you decided to be with this man. And of course, after a few, sexual experience, y'all created that soul tie. And you felt like you can't live without him. You felt like you didn't want to be without him. Because that soul tie was already created. You was already emotionally involved. You was already in love, deeply in love. And you didn't want to be with nobody else. You only had eyes for him. Then years later, come down the line, he decided to show his true colors, who he really is. He tell you, hey, listen, baby, I want to be with you and I want to be with her too. This is the way I want to live. You dig? We ain't in the old days no more. We in the times where people are openly being polyamorous. And I want you and I want her. You see Neo doing it. You see Nick Cannon doing it. Why can't I have it that way? That's what I want, baby. And if you love me, why not accept me for who I am? Because to love me is accept everything about me. You got to accept everything that comes with me. If you say you love me, so you don't really love me. You don't want to accept that. So that's what you have a problem with. You have a problem that I want to be with other women. So how deep is our love if, like 50 Cent said, how deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone? And now you shocked that he even brought it to your attention. You're mad, you're upset. You ready to have a divorce. You ready to separate and you ready to take the house, the kids, the dog. You ready to take everything. And now you calling me for a consultation call because you can't figure out how it got so bad. If you got a problem with edge control, get you some Liquid Gold. If you got a problem with dryness or dandruff, get you some Liquid Gold. If you got a problem with your hair frizzing up all the time, get you some Liquid Gold. If you want your waves to shine like mine, get you some Liquid Gold. Listen, you no longer gotta wait. Get you some Liquid Gold, man. It's gonna get you straight. All right? Cheers. All of a sudden, you thinking in your mind, he's a new person. He changed. He's not the same. Well, note to you, baby, everybody changes. Everybody changes. Everybody evolves. You don't want anybody that's going to stay the same. You always want to evolve. You just didn't know that he had this in the back of his mind. And you didn't know that he would evolve to the point where he wanted to bring it to the forefront. And now you in shambles. You don't know what to do. You in shambles. You at divorce court trying to figure it out. You saying he changed. You on the phone with me trying to get a consultation, trying to figure out what to do. Should I move right? Should I move left? You can't figure it out. But that's what love comes with. Comes with a price. And most people are not willing to sacrifice. Most people are not willing to compromise. They say they're in love. They say they deeply in love. They say they really care until they're faced with a challenge. See, the problem in most relationships is this. Most people think they shouldn't have problems. But every relationship comes with a problem. Every relationship comes with an adversity. That's how you know if the bond is really strong. Because if you go through your relationship and everything is all peaches and cream, man, when you're faced with troubled times and you're faced with adversity, shit, you might fuck around and leave at the drop of a dime because this is something foreign to you. You might be like, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm not sticking around for this because you ain't been through nothing. So you got to look at the bright side of things when you go through troubled times in a relationship. You got to look at the bright side of things. But I say all of that to say this. You have to study your partner. You have to study your partner. Don't be in a relationship without studying who you're with, who you're laying down with, who you're sleeping with. You study the woman that you're dealing with, man. Study the woman that you're dealing with. You got to know her. You got to know everything about her. You got to peek around when she goes to the bathroom to take a piss. You got to make sure that her piss don't smell different. Yeah, I know it sounds nasty, but that's just the way you got to be when you really on top of your motherfucking game. You got to make sure your piss, your woman's piss still smell the same. That's how deep it gotta be. You gotta really be on top of things, man. You can't say you have this woman and this woman is all about you and all for you. You got her under lock and key. She ain't fucking with nobody else but me. And you don't even know what this bitch did last week. You don't even know what the bitch ate for dinner. You don't know what she ate for lunch. You don't know if she drinking a lot of water or not. Cause you ain't never checked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to check and say, hey, baby, I don't know why your piss smell like that, ma. You ain't drinking enough water. Hold up, baby. What you been doing? You been going to clubs? You been partying and drinking liquor or something? You drinking gasoline or something? Baby, you got to get more water in your system. Yeah, you got to know what your woman doing, man. You got to know how she moving. You feel me? You got to know if she smoking blunts or papers. You got to know if she drinking Casamigo, if she drinking fucking Don Julio. You gotta know what your woman do, how she moving. You gotta know her shoe size. You might be out shopping and you want to buy something. You gotta know her waist size. You gotta know her shirt size. You gotta know what she like, what her favorite color is. You gotta know everything about your woman if you really want to have her. If you really truly want to have her, you can't be with somebody and just all of a sudden say 5 years later they changed. You don't know who they are. They acting strange. Nah, nigga, you acting strange. You wasn't paying attention to your game. You got to be attentive to what's going on around here, man. You got to be attentive. And that's just how you got to be. You got to peek around the corner when she take a piss to make sure that shit smell the same that it smelled like yesterday. You got to make sure she ain't out here motherfucking partying and having a good time and just drinking tequila, not drinking water. You got to make sure her pH balance is still the same. It ain't off. I remember one time I was talking to this female, man. Story time. Sit back and relax. Get your wine. Get your weed. It's story time. Let's talk about it. Are y'all paying attention? Send me some likes, man. Give me some likes, man. Let me see a super chat or something, man. I ain't even going to tell y'all this story if y'all ain't. I'm not going to tell y'all this story, man. Fuck it. Y'all ain't showing no love, man. I might fuck around and take a commercial break or something, man. You know what I'm saying? I might take a commercial break, man. Y'all ain't showing no love, man. Y'all want me to take a commercial break or what? Come on, man. Stop playing with your boy, man. Let me see them likes. Let me know when y'all ready, man. I got a story for y'all, man. Let me know when y'all ready. TikTok, meet me over here, man. It's lit. We on YouTube. Create a Steady Hustle. Link is in the story and in the bio. All right? Let me know when y'all ready, man. Show me them likes. Also, hit that super chat, man, if you really fuck with your boy. Let's go. Shout out to, hold on, we got to give a special shout out to this person. Hold up. Forgive me if I'm not saying your name right. Shout out to Ray Sean Green, 2, for that $9.99.99. The $100 bill, you dig? I appreciate you, you dig? Somebody showing love. Shout out to 6 Fig for that $1.99. Hey, listen, man. Every dollar count, man. You dig? We gonna buy the Brooklyn Bridge after this. Every dollar count. You feel me? So, y'all know what it is with me, man. I'm saving up to buy that Brooklyn Bridge. You feel me? Only black people will be able to cross. You dig? Yeah, we're gonna make it special. Okay, since 6 Fig and Ray Sean Green showed that love, we're gonna tell the story, man. And I don't think I ever told y'all a story either. Oh Lord, I'm laughing already. I can't believe I'm gonna tell y'all this story. But it's dope. It's dope. It's bold. It's real and it's raw. And this is how I like for you niggas to be. Bold, real, and raw. You dig? So anyway, I was dating this one chick. Well, we was in really, I wouldn't say dating. We was having a situationship. You dig? And, you know, every time she comes in town, you know, we would have our, time together. We spent time together. She lived in New York City and she was a beautiful female, long, black, jet black, thick, beautiful hair. You dig? No weave. I'm talking about long, black, thick, beautiful hair. Beautiful complexion, gorgeous, you dig? Very beautiful female. Yeah, I know I like them. She was pretty tall too. Slim. She didn't really have a fat ass. I'm got to keep it real. She didn't have a fat ass at all, but she had nice legs. She was sexy. For me, the main thing that attracts me about a woman is a face. That's the first thing I look for, a beautiful face. That's what gets me, a beautiful face right there. You dig? Then I look at the physical body, right? I look at the ass, then I look at the titties, I look at the legs, I look at the toes. You gotta have pretty toes. You dig? And she checked all my boxes. Beautiful face, nice slim physique. She didn't have a fat ass. That was one of the boxes she didn't check, but I didn't care because a face made up for the not having a fat ass. She had nice titties, fairly nice. You dig? Beautiful feet, of course. You gotta have a woman with nice feet because it's very important. Even though I'm not a foot man, I like a woman with nice toes. I don't like women with big feet and ugly toes. If you got a big feet, I'm not rocking with you. You dig? I'm not. If you anything like, size 9, you wear size 9 in men, you wear size 8 in men type of feet, I'm not rocking with you. I don't like women with big feet. You dig? I was watching an interview the other day with Jada Pinkett, and she was talking about Will Smith, and I couldn't help but resist the look at her feet. And I noticed that Jada got big feet. And I was like, God damn. As small as she is for her petite body, she had some big ass sneakers on. I know y'all probably seen the interview as well. She was online talking about Will Smith and about how, she was, some bullshit. Either way, she had big ass feet. I don't like women with big feet. Now, this woman, like I said, this female was very beautiful, gorgeous. When she come into town, we'll have a good time together. And, sex was great. Everything was moving smooth. You know what I mean? Everything was beautiful. This one particular weekend, she came over, right? Now, we getting it on. We having a good time. And I noticed that her body odor wasn't the same. I noticed the vagina wasn't smelling the same. Now, it wasn't a bad odor because I was still able to perform and get it on. It wasn't a bad odor, but it was not the same. The body odor changed. Her pH balance was off. It just wasn't right. And after the sex paid, we had a wonderful time still regardless. I didn't stop the show. I still went on and did my thing, you dig? Because it wasn't a bad odor, but I noticed that it wasn't the same. And I'm bold and I'm straightforward. And, after I'm done, having that extravaganza, I'm a clean type of person. I'm very clean and neat. I don't have sex and then go sleep on the same bed that I have sex with. I got one bed I get my freak on and one bed I sleep on. You dig? So what we did is we took the bed sheets off the bed and we put them in the laundry and we washed the bed sheets and all that. And then we wait for them to dry. Then we putting back the sheets on the bed. Cause you're not gonna fuck my bed up and then not wash it and put the bed back together. Nah, that ain't happening. You're not leaving a mess for me to clean up. Nah, you dig? So after I finished having that sexual experience with her, we made sure clean up, wash the bed, and we putting on the bed sheets. And I asked her, I said, who you been fucking? Yeah, I asked her straight up, just like that, bold and direct. I said, who you been sleeping with? She said, what you mean, who I been sleeping with? I only been sleeping with you. I said, nah, you bullshitting. Who you been sleeping with? She said, why you say that? What made you believe that I've been sleeping with somebody else? What made you think that I would be sleeping with another person when me and you are sexually active? Why would I do that? You satisfy me enough. I said, man, listen, man, quit the bullshit. Listen, man, cut it out, man. Just keep it 100. Who you been sleeping with? She said, how you know I've been sleeping with somebody else? I said, your pH balance is off. Your vagina don't smell the same. Nah, it don't smell the same. She said, where'd you get that from? I said, back in the days when I was dealing with this young female and she was sleeping with somebody else and her pH balance was off. I went downstairs and I asked my aunt, I say, Aunt, my girl pH balance is off. Her vagina don't smell the same. What's going on? She said, you know what? 9 out of 10 times, if her pH balance is off and y'all been having sex consistently together, that means she's sleeping with somebody else. So now I'm asking you, who you been sleeping with? And she confessed and she said, I have slept with somebody else. And she told me the story about where they met, how they met, and she did sleep with someone else. And I told her after she told me the story, because I said, I'm not mad at you. Keep it all the way 1,000 with me, because I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not one of these, lame ass dude that's going to get upset by you telling the truth. I appreciate you telling the truth. You dig? And I told her, I said, you know what? That's fine and all good. And I respect that you keeping it 100 with me and you telling the truth. But I also told her, stop sleeping with him without a condom. And that's what really shocked her. Because she was like, how did you know that we had relations without a condom? And the reason I knew that is because I sleep with her with a condom on. So I already know what to expect. So if somebody throw your pH balance off in that kind of way, I already know it's because you slept with him without a condom. See, I'm wise and gamed up like that. You dig? Some of you dudes got to be gamed up like that. I already know in order for your pH balance to be off, in order for you to have an odor or have a stench like that, you had to sleep with another man without a condom. And she was shocked that I even knew that. And I said, you know what? You should even go get a checkup. Yeah, you should go get a checkup. You should make sure you all the way right. You dig? Yeah, you got to do that. And I just want to let you know, I appreciate you for being honest with me, but I can't sleep with you no more after that. I can't lay down with you no more after that. You got to get yourself right. Yeah, you got to get yourself right. Not to say that you got anything. I'm just saying, once another man is inserted in you in that kind of way, I can't lay down with you no more. I'm doing myself a disservice. You dig? If you could find time to sleep with another man while you was sleeping with me, even though we wasn't in a relationship, we just had a situationship, I don't give a damn. You still shouldn't be laying down with another dude after me. And if you find time to do that, and you did it raw diggity, that means you don't jeopardize you jeopardizing your life and you jeopardizing my life. Thank God I'm just smart enough to go strap up, put that Jimmy on. But guess how much dudes are not intelligent like that, or smart enough, or care about themselves like that, or respect themselves like that to put a Jimmy on. Most of these dudes are sliding in vegan. They going vegan the first night. You dig? And some of these dudes is gambling with they, they shooting craps with their balls. That's how they moving out here. And women are doing the same thing. They shooting craps with their vagina. And one day you gonna crap out. So you gotta be smart about how you moving. So I told her what it was, and I let her know, hey man, we still friends, we still cool. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? We could, you know what I'm saying? We could still be cool, but we can't explore that part of our friendship anymore. We can't have a sexual relationship anymore. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I do not sleep with women that sleep with other men. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't sleep with women that sleep with other men. If we are sexually active together, you should give me enough grace and enough respect to not sleep with another man. And if you decide to sleep with another man while you're sleeping with me, you let me know that. You let me know so I can make a decision and say, okay, you can go ahead and do that and I'm gonna step back. You feel me? So that's just, that's just how I kick it. And I wish more people was like that. So that was a cold story, man. I share that with y'all, man. You dig? You got to have that self-value. Appreciate that strong stroker. What kind of name is that, man? This dude named Strong Stroker. Appreciate that $5, man. I got 5 on it. Yeah, okay. Like I said, man, we saving up to buy the Brooklyn Bridge, and only black people will be allowed to drive on that bridge. It is what it is. Y'all know the vibes. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for that, man. Six Figs said he had a similar story. Yeah, you have to be bold, man. You got to let them know. Know what I mean? You cannot be playing Russian roulette with your balls, man. And you got to be bold and let them know. Some dudes wouldn't even let the female know. They would keep it moving. They wouldn't even let the female know that, yo, something ain't right here, baby. Some dudes would just let it go by and play like ain't nothing happened. I know some people are like that, but not me. I'm going to let you know what it is off top. If I feel something funny, I smell something funny, if something ain't right, I'm going to bring it to your attention, and it is going to be what it is. I'm never going to sugarcoat or beat around the bush. I don't want to have that shit playing in the back of my mind. If I feel like you doing something outside of what we got going on, I'm going to bring it to the forefront. I'm not going to play no games and act like I don't smell it or act like I don't see it or act like I don't hear it or act like I don't feel it. I'm going to bring it to the forefront and let you know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And either you're going to tell the truth or you're going to lie. But I already know most of y'all going to lie. But I'm going to get it out of you. I'm going to get it out of you because I already got the answers. I just need you to confirm. That's it. I just want validation. I just want confirmation. But I already know. You dig? So anyway, man, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes on in the dating world when you out here moving and grooving and doing your thing. Guys, you got to be on top of your game. You got to be on top of your game. Don't let these women run game on you. Be on top of your game. If you feel it in your solar plex, you feel it in your gut, express it. Don't let it fly by. Express it. Let her know, I'm feeling this kind of way, man. Why? Because this happened and that happened. And I'm just, when I see flags, red flags, I expose those red flags. I embrace it. I don't shun away from it. So if I'd have shun away from that and I decided to be with her because she's beautiful and got a pretty face and got nice legs and got pretty toes, if I decided to be with her and then years later down the line, she cheat on me or I find her cheating with someone else and I want to hurt somebody or I want to act like I didn't know. Nah, you knew this shorty was like that. Took you 5 years just to, you know what I mean? Bring it to the forefront. But you knew and you just didn't express it. Now, all of a sudden, you start to be in a relationship with her because you got caught up and you fell in love because she was, you know what I mean? She was doing it right in the bedroom or she was taking care of you in another way. And you decided to continue on this relationship knowing she wasn't right. Now, all of a sudden, 5 years go by, you want to hurt everybody in the room. Nah, it is what it is. Take your licks and take your wounds by yourself. You know what you was getting into. Every female that I've ever been with that ever did me wrong, I knew their capabilities before they did what they did. You know what I mean? I'm going to say that again. Every female that ever did me wrong in my life, I knew they was capable of doing what they did. I knew it. The only reason I continue on with the relationship because I was getting something out of the situation. There was something in it for me as well. The relationship fueled me in some sort of way. It was giving to me in some sort of way. It wasn't just taking. And I felt like, you know what? This thing that she may do in the future is not overweighing the fact that she's being an asset or being a benefit in my life. So if she's being an asset and being a benefit, I weigh it on a Libra scale. And I say to myself, okay, this might happen. There's a good chance she might do this. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the ride. That's just me. Some people don't got the stomach for it. I got the stomach for the ride. I'm going to take the ride. I'm going to enjoy the ride. You dig? But once the ride is over, I expected the ride to be over. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I know the ride was going to be over. But until the ride was over, I was enjoying every bit of moment of it. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Enjoy every bit of the moment of the ride that you on in your relationship. Because at some point, the ride would be over. Now, we don't want it to be over. We want the ride to last a long time. We want it to last until eternity or eternity. But at some point, the ride is going to definitely come to a stop. The question is, did you enjoy the ride? Or the next question is, did you afford the toll that it costs to go on this ride? Could you afford it? Could you afford the toll that it costs to go on this ride? Because the ride is going to come with a price. Can you afford it? Some of you can't. I could. So I took the ride. So I was never surprised when any woman that I was involved with did something outside of the relationship that I deemed to be disrespectful, that I deemed to be out of pocket, that I deemed to be untrustworthy. I knew it. I just was enjoying the ride, baby. It was a hell of a time. It went up, it went down, and it went back up again. And every time it went up, I enjoyed every moment. You dig? Number bliss. Hey, man, this is some real shit I'm kicking right now, man. I hope y'all feeling this, man. It's some real shit we really getting it on with, man. But let's get Christina in the room real quick. She's on the Zoom. So I don't know if she's still there. Christina, if you on the Zoom and you still there and you have a question or something you want to ask me or you want to talk about, this is your chance that you can, you know what I mean? Be able to holler at your boy on the Zoom. I think she stepped away. It is what it is. She stepped away for a second. Okay, so listen. She stepped away. I'm going to take a little short intermission. I want y'all to watch my new music video, Believe in Me, while I take the short intermission. I'll be right back. All right, guys? Most of the time when somebody's reading a book and they get to a word they're not familiar with, they usually skim past that word and continue reading on. I ain't even gonna front. I used to do the same thing. But see, when you end up doing that, you usually miss the essence of what the author is trying to convey. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I Google a word, I write it down, and I memorize it, and I add it to my vocabulary. And that one simple task, separate the winners from the losers. Anytime you try to cut corners and cheat the grind, you end up cheating yourself. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. Cheers, we back like cook crack. How you love that? Yeah, I know what it is, man. How y'all like my little short intermission real quick? Yeah, man, we getting to it, man. We having a good time. Shout out to 6J Fig. Just enter the chat. All right. Enter the Zoom. 6J Fig, what it is and what it ain't. All right. Okay. We're going to unmute you, Christina.
Hi.
Okay, 1 second. Give me a second, baby. 1 second, ma. Cheers, what it is and what it ain't, man. Everybody say what up to Christina.
Hi.
How you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm blessed. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you loving the live so far?
I'm loving it. The story was interesting but true. I don't know how that goes. And yeah, great information.
So what it is you would like to discuss today? We talking about have you ever left a relationship or stayed in a relationship based on how much someone spent on you or how much they didn't spend on you?
Consciously, I didn't realize that I was staying with somebody. I think back to my relationship when I was 18 years old and I was dating a 32-year-old. And, you know, he had the nice car and house and money, and we were going to the clubs every weekend. And he would buy me whatever I wanted, took me wherever I wanted. So I put up with a lot more than I usually would in a relationship because, you know, at that age, to get whatever you want and have the experiences is like a big deal. But eventually, as I got older and I didn't want to deal with certain things, so I left him. But yes, I did put up with certain things because they have money and because he was giving me the experiences and stuff like that.
So how long did you stay in that relationship before you decided to call it quits?
About 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah,
That's a pretty long time.
yeah.
That's a long time. five
I
years.
don't. I don't always give up so easily.
Now you can't. You can't give up.
Yeah,
You can't give up too easily. You can't. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You gotta stick it out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you dig, it works out, and sometimes it don't work out. You feel me? So what did you learn?
Right.
What did you learn from that relationship? What did you learn from that?
What did I learn from that relationship?
Yeah.
Um, I don't really know. It was so long ago that I kind of like put it behind me. Um,
You ain't learned
I
that.
don't want to make anything up.
You don't. You
Yeah,
don't.
I
You
ain't
don't.
learned
You
much.
don't. You ain't learn much. Hey, listen, man. Every relationship, every law should be a lesson. You dig? So you
Right.
can't go through these experiences in life and don't learn nothing because you might could repeat it again. You dig?
That's
So
true.
that's very important to learn from every situation that you've been in and every relationship I ever been in. Whether the relationship was good or was it bad, I learned from everything because I observe and I watch and I study the nature of human beings and I just study people for a living. So I'm watching at all times. I'm observing at all times, and I'm studying the
Right.
partner that I'm with, and I'm learning how women operate. I'm learning how people operate. You dig? Once you know the nature of the beast, then you understand their habits, their actions, and the things they do. You dig? So
Right.
it's very important to know the nature of the beast.
Well,
And
you kind of caught me off guard with that, but I think what I learned is that everything that glitters ain't gold. So it's like just because he had the money and could give me the experiences and the time and the money and everything like that doesn't mean that he was a worthy partner.
right.
It has to be more than just the materialistic stuff. You know,
You real
so
you realize money can't buy love.
yes,
Money can't buy love. And that's just what it is, right?
yeah.
What's your love language?
I would say physical touch and words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation and physical touch. What does love mean to you? What's the meaning of
Um,
love to you?
Love to me is not giving up on somebody just because they have certain flaws. You don't know what the issue is behind the situation, like why they might be acting a certain way or, doing certain things. Um, so yeah, to never give up, go through the struggle, but go through the struggle if it's not as much as a struggle as it is like blissful. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like it should be more good happening in the relationship than the struggle.
Most definitely, I agree. It definitely should be more good than bad. Most definitely, but you got to go through something. That's how I believe the relationship gets stronger and it can last and stand the test of time. You got to go through
Right.
something. You dig? And most people don't
Yeah.
really like that part of relationships, but I think it comes with it. You dig? And that comes with living life. You know what I mean? Did you get this book?
Right.
Did you get this book yet?
No, but I want to get the signed copy. So give me to the end of the month.
You haven't got the tips on relationship book yet? Shame on you. Here I
Don't do that to
here,
me.
here I'm thinking, here I'm thinking Christina is my number one supporter. Here I'm thinking Christina is going to definitely hold it down. She going to be the first one to get the book. She going to be the first one on the motherfucking website. You dig? I'm thinking in my mind Christina is the number one
Oh my
supporter
God.
of Create a Steady Hustle. But she don't even have the book. And you were part of the book club. How dare you
Okay,
don't
get it.
have this book and you are a part of the book club?
I know.
Come on,
Shame on
man.
me.
Shame on you. We're gonna have to give you a demerit. You a part of,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have to give you a demerit, man. You a part of the book club and you ain't got one of these, man. So I can't even go back and forth with you on this, man. You dig? I can't even go back and forth with you on this right here, man. And let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When was the last time you been in love?
Does still being in love count?
Are you still in love?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So I guess you still in love, but you're not together with the person you in love with.
No.
Why not?
Um, I would say life has us in different areas right now, and like, yeah,
So you giving you holding on to love for him. You gotta let that go so you can give your love to somebody else. Yeah,
okay,
yeah, you gotta let that go so you can give it to some. If y'all don't intend on being together or getting back in a relationship, you gotta give that. You gotta let that go so you can give your love to somebody else that's deserving of it. You dig?
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta let
I
that.
think even though we're not in the same place right now, I think he's the most deserving though, and I kind of want to wait and see what happens.
I could dig that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I appreciate you for tapping in. I
You're
appreciate you for
welcome.
taking time out to confide with your boy and join the actual Zoom. And you dig? I appreciate that. And this is something new. I ain't never did this before. So this is something very new for me. So y'all, pardon me if I don't get everything right, if I don't do everything right. I know y'all looking for some perfection. I don't get everything right. This is something that I'm doing new. I'm adding Zoom to the conversation so you can be able to be on the screen and we can have this dialogue with each other. You dig? As we grow, we're gonna grow and have more people, and more people will be joining the Zoom, and more people will be engaging in the conversation, and we'll have a wonderful time. You dig? Most
Yeah,
definitely.
thank you. You're doing
Appreciate
a
you.
great job.
You welcome.
Thank you.
So I muted her mic now. Six Fig J. If you got something to say, definitely I'm gonna unmute your mic and you can definitely, you know, pop.
What's up, Cap?
Yeah, what it is and what it ain't, man.
How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm just trying to get it like you got it, baby. That's it, man. That's all I'm trying to do, man. What's going on? Talk to me.
No, man. I just want to show my appreciation. I seen you around on Instagram like a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago. But I had went a different path with a different like a mentor. I was listening to another guy who was speaking like the same thing.
Oh, who you
So
listening to, man? Who you went? Who? How dare you go to somebody else and I'm on this earth, man? Go ahead. Who you went? Who you
I
went
know what
to?
you're talking about. I was over to Goldie. I'm in
Oh,
his
okay. Goldie's.
I was
Oh,
his brotherhood. I've been in his lives, and y'all talking the same stuff. So I ain't even, I
okay.
ain't, man.
Nah, I could dig that. I like Goldie, man. I like Goldie. Goldie
Yeah,
apart.
they show you respect over there too. They be asking you for y'all to do a collage and y'all to make a video together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I rock with Goldie, man. I rock with Goldie, man. Goldie, my player partner, man. You know what I'm saying? He a part of the Boss Life family, man. You know what I'm saying? Goldie is definitely a part of my squad, man. So you dig? I ain't tripping on that at all. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gonna
we all respect. I'm a player myself, man.
Yeah, so he gonna give you some good game. He gonna give you some good game. So I ain't even mad at you for doing that at all. You feel me? Cause you gonna get some good game. But listen, one thing for sure, two things for certain, man. You know what I'm saying? This game that there's certain games, right? There's game that pays, and there's just game. You
I
gotta,
heard you say
yeah,
videos.
yeah. It's game that pays, and it's just game. You dig? You gotta know which one you want. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the game that pays, or you want the game that you just know some shit. It's a lot of niggas that know some shit. That's it. That's it. That's all they do is they know some shit. But if you want some game that pays and get you on the right way, this definitely where you need to be. But Goldie got some great game as well, and he's gonna give you some game that pays as well. So I salute anything he does, and I double stand behind what he got going on in this campaign. You dig? And I rock with him. And like I said again, he a part of the Boss Life family. You dig? We have a lot of history together, so it's all gravy. You dig? But talk to me, man. What do you wanna discuss on this topic? Anything that you may want to say? Anything that you want to talk about? Discuss anything?
Yeah, I got a couple things to talk about because I've been supporting you too as well. I got The Power of Thought, and I got the Tips on Relationship. That book you just dropped is in my hand right now. I got it right here. I'm already on tip 26.
Okay, that's good. Tip 26. All right, let me see where that at. Hold up. What page is that, man?
Let me check it out. That's page. Tip 26 is page. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get the page right so they can follow. Cause it's so much.
That's just where I'm at right now, but I also do got my other questions. But I wanted to let you know where I was.
Nah. I know, but I want to get to where you at though. I want to get there for a reason. Tip 26. Hold up. Let me see. Tip 26. I got the context. Okay. Tip 26. No one's exempt from the storm. Build with someone worth it. Okay. That's in the actual table of contents. Table of contents. They say tip 26 is no one is exempt from the storm. That's 100. If I'm correct, that's page 146. If I'm correct.
I don't have the hard copy. I got the paper book.
Oh, okay. You got the paperback. All right. Let me see. 146. You sure you want 146, bro?
Yeah, no one's exempt from the storm. Build with someone worth it.
Cause that's you damn near about to be finished with the book.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a supporter.
Okay, you a real one. All right. This nigga ain't faking. He ain't like Christina. Faking the funk.
She rocking with you too.
Yeah, she faking the funk, man. Christina, you supposed to have a book already.
I only got a couple chapters left.
Oh man, you at the right chapter, man. What do you think about the book so far?
Man, beautiful, man. I'm just speaking right now. You speak like a philosopher.
Appreciate that.
Tell the story so correctly, and like I said, I've been through similar stories. I've had my fair share of some women too. That did me dirty too, but
Right.
But I'm right now. Currently, I'm only 20 years old. I just went through not recently, but that started the seed of this journey. I was 15. I broke up with a girl after 5 years, and I learned a lot. I feel like I paid that price. I feel like I overpaid, Cash.
Man, don't you heard it when you overpaid? Don't you hate it? Yeah.
I was blind. I wasn't paying attention. 15 years old, all the way to I think it ended 19, and it just it all played back. Those lines don't connect to the story's end. It's over.
Yeah. Man, well, what you learned from that situation though?
Man, I learned a lot. Just what Goldie say. He has a famous saying, "I like who likes me." I felt like early on where I messed up at was I was treating her how I wanted to be treated. Showing that love that I wanted back. Reciprocated back to me, and that's just not how it goes. The love you give is not what you always receive.
Most definitely, man. That's most definitely. You got to understand that, overstand that. That's some powerful game right there. The love you give, it ain't always what you receive in return. And that's what people need to understand. But yeah, that's deep. That's deep, man. That's deep. That's real shit, though. You know what I'm saying? But you learn from that.
Yeah.
And
so right now, I'm looking for who's looking for me. I'm outside again. I'm getting my money. I'm working. Just trying to make sure I'm on my best presentation when that person's looking for me or I'm looking for them.
Most definitely, and that's the best way to be. You make sure you all the way up to par. You dig? And you make sure that you're a blessing for when she finds you or you find her. You're a blessing. You know what I mean? And you living your best life and doing it the right way. You dig?
Yeah. You got any questions for me? But I got some questions for you too.
Go ahead, baby. I'm here. I'm here for it, man. We on the live. Hey, listen, man. Everybody that's watching the live, let me get some likes. Let me see the likes go up in the room. Let me see some likes, man. We out here giving away game for free, for the free 99, man. Y'all getting this motherfucking game, man. Y'all better stop playing, man. Don't be in here just watching. And listen, man, right now, y'all getting the game PG. If y'all want the game R-rated, y'all gotta listen, man. Y'all gotta go to the, you know what I mean, consultation and go book a consultation call and get that exclusive game that pays. You dig? Right now, you're gonna get that game. It's gonna pay you something, but this game I'm giving you right now is PG, man. You're just getting a little dose of it. You ain't getting the most of it. You dig? But go ahead, man. Let's talk about it. What you got?
I just got one. I had one question already written down because I was gonna probably book a consultation.
All right.
I got you right here, right now. I might as well just ask it now.
Yes, sir.
Because you said things like you were shy in your earlier days, but you still had that charisma and that charismatic. So like how you just said right now, like a lot of, even though you was young and maybe shy, you still had women who did things for you and always flowed to you.
Correct.
But you also said you were like fresh off the boat from what was it again?
The Bahamas. Yeah, hide your baby mamas when you see a nigga from Bahamas. But go ahead. Pop your shit.
So I wanted to ask you, from when you was fresh in the boat, like how long was your process from fresh off the boat, the shy kid, to the smooth talking player, getting the girls to get up? You said you had them on what was that, the A train, taking the A train?
Oh yeah. Man, I did have him taking the A train, boy. I'd take a bitch all the way from the Bronx, all the way to Far Rockaway on the A train, B. And y'all know that's an hour, 2 hours away. Easy. You dig? And I'm keeping her entertained all the way till she get to the crib. And when we get to the crib, we gonna handle business. You dig? Most definitely. You dig? And it wasn't no long talking. Long as once we got in that bedroom, it was going down. You feel me? Yeah, it's going down like a G-string on a stripper. But listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. It took a little time. Keep it all the way 1,000 with you. Took a little time, you know what I mean? But I was studying. I locked down. I had to learn the actual dialect, the law of the land. You dig? I had to really listen to a lot of hip hop music, read a lot of magazines and different things of that nature. Because, back then, this was, the times where hip hop was really thriving in a way where you had to have some pizzazz. You had to have some flavor. Right now, these rappers out here, they corny. They really don't got no flavor. Back then, it was some flavor. So you was studying and learning from what you saw. You dig? Watching BET, watching MTV, being outside in the streets, messing with the gangbangers, messing with the niggas that's really about it, moving around with the players. You dig? And really, really carving my thing. And it took me a little time, you dig? I can't even tell you when that I got out of that particular spell of being shy and with no charisma. It just happened. It was a gradual process. It was a very gradual process. And I think one of the main things that helped me with that was stepping outside of my box and working at certain jobs and being in certain environments where I had to speak, I had to talk, I had to be able to converse with somebody to dictate, to get a sale. You dig? I had to be able to talk to somebody to make them buy my music or make them buy some weed or make them buy some whatever I was selling at the time. You know what I mean? So along the lines of that got me out of my shell, and I was able to, converse with multiple people. And after you get so much rejection, after, so many people tell you no, you kind of build up a barrier where you like, okay, if a female tell me no, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much time a woman's reject me. It doesn't affect me. You dig? It build up my self-confidence. So now when I holler at a female, it's not really, not that I'm not taking it serious, but I'm not too involved in the interaction of me trying to get a number to the point where I feel affected by her rejecting me. I do it as sport. It became a sport to me. It became something I do anytime I left the house. Let me see how much numbers I can get. Let me see if I can get this chick out of pocket. I did it as a sport. So now it wasn't a thing of, I got to get a number. She's so fine. Now it was like, let me see if I can get it out of pocket. Let me see if I can get a number. Let me see if I can get a name. Oh shit, she took the bait. Oh, let me see if I can take it a little further and get her to take the train with me to Far Rockaway. Oh shit, she actually jumped on the train. She coming with me. All right, fuck it. Let me see if I can get her to come to the crib. Oh, she came to the crib. Oh, let me see if I can get the panties down. I got the panties down. Oh, you the nigga. You the illest on the planet. You dig? And this the back and forth dialect I had with myself. And this is how I gained that level of confidence. You dig what I'm saying? By doing it over and over again till it became like a muscle. It got stronger and stronger. So that's why my game is one of the best in the, you know what I mean? Best in the town, man. Best in the city. Best in the world. Ain't nobody fucking with me on a bad day or a good day. You dig? Not on a good or bad day. Nobody fucking with me when it comes to this shit. But I'm very humble sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. You dig? But I'm about to pop my shit because this is what it is, man. People need to know. You feel me? But anyway, I hope I gave you some game right there. You got something from it. You feel me? What other question you may have?
Yeah, one more question. Do you feel like, it seems like you kind of answered it. Do you feel like that follows through? Because I'm just getting back into approaching women. And, I was just in the club the other day. I'm getting tongue-tied, not knowing what to say. I know you put some game in the tips on relationships about the approach and, what to say and how to, kind of how to say it. I kind of get in the door, but I don't know how to follow through. Would you say, it's just a confidence thing, or would you say, like, how to have a conversation with the woman, when you're approaching?
This is why I say to all of my supporters, everybody that watches me, that love what I do, support what I do, it's important to read. I don't write these books just because I like writing. Personally, I hate writing. I don't like writing at all. Not one bit. But I write these books because I want to put out the information. I want to give you guys the game. I want to give y'all the information. I would hate for the information to die with me, God forbid, knock on wood. I don't want the information to die with me. I want the world to have it. There's so many great leaders. There's so many great minds. There's so many great people that died with all the information inside of them. They didn't write that book. They didn't do that invention. They didn't create that idea. They didn't do the things that they wanted to do because they were shy, they were scared, or they didn't believe in themselves. But I believe in myself enough to give you the information. So I say that to say this. It's very important that you read as much as you can, at least 30 minutes, 20 minutes throughout the day. You don't have to read long periods of time, but you read as much as you can, and you read things that is going to educate you. So when you have a conversation with a woman, it's not the average conversation. Let me give you some game. This is the first thing I do when I meet a woman. And I'm going to share it with y'all. I never really give y'all too much of my tips when it comes to this because this shit to be paid. You gotta pay for this right here. I spent lifetime developing this game, learning this game, studying this game. You dig? Spent a lifetime and you just getting it for little or nothing. So this is why I don't really say too much of the intricate details of what I do when I'm out moving and grooving in the world. But I'll give you this because you're a supporter and you rock with what I got going on and you support my man Goldie. So you support one of the teams. So I'm going to give you this just because of that. I was reading this book. I think it was called Numbers. If I could remember, it's called Numbers. And I was learning the importance of numbers because we can't do nothing in this world without numbers. Nothing can happen without numbers. You cannot go throughout your day without reciting a number or doing something that's associated with a number. You dig? So I was studying numbers because I believe numbers are very important. You dig? And if you check the number on your license plate, if you check the number on your where you live at, I guarantee that number is associated with you in some sort of way. But that's another conversation. So in this particular book, I was studying numbers and it got to a particular part where it spoke about life path numbers, right? And I was learning more about life path numbers, and I was learning how to calculate life path numbers and find out what my life path number was. So once I got good at that and I said, okay, boom, I realized, okay, what's my life number, life path number? And I realized the characteristics of a person with the life path number. Let's say my life path number is 6, right? When I meet a female, I added that particular information in my approach to getting women to be captivated by me. Because now, when I'm having a conversation with her, I ask her, what's your birthday? What's your date of birth? And what's the year? And mid-conversation, I calculate all of her birthday, a date of birth, and a year in my head, and I come up with a life path number. And then I tell her life path number. And then she's fascinated by that because I did it all on the fly. No pen and no pad, no calculator. I just calculated a life path number by getting her date of birth, the month, and the actual year, right? And once I give her life path number, that's when I go to Google and I say, boom, here's the characteristics of a person with a life path number 5. And once she read it, she's inspired, she's captivated because she can't even believe that this is so accurate. Now what do I have? I have her attention because I just broke down something to her that she didn't even think about. Now you're going to meet some women that are intelligent who knows about this, and that's fine. Y'all can carry the conversation further, and she's going to be intrigued with the fact that you know about it as well. So y'all can have a deeper connection, deeper conversation about life path numbers and the power of numbers. You dig? But this is something that for a person who didn't hear before, didn't know about it before, now she's captivated, now she's intrigued, now she's fascinated by the way my mind works, the way I think. And now I know a little bit more about her because she just confirmed to me that all the information that was in Google about her life path number was correct. So now I do my due diligence and I study and I use that as a basis and the grounds to find out more about her and how to dig deep into her. I use it as an advantage. That's $1 trillion worth of game I just gave you for the free 99. I hope you use that and apply that to your life because it's more than just academics. It's application. You have to apply the information. But it's a lot of game, man. You dig? But come on, man. What's popping? Talk to me.
I feel you. I was listening, man.
You soaking that shit up.
I got to, that's why I got both the books. I'm trying to get as much as I can. I'm trying to get it, grow and evolve as much as I can. Like I said, I'm 20 right now. I've been on this journey for about a year. It starts with self first, like you say. Self-love, self-confidence. And that's I got that down. Now I'm just getting back out and trying to have my morals and my respect and get my love and my loyalty down and stuff like that.
And let me tell you something again too. Let me give you some other game. Understand this. You have to know the difference from a woman that deserves to be cuffed from a woman who just deserves to be, you know what I'm going to say. You dig? I can't say it because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. I don't want to get flagged by TikTok. But there's women that deserve to be cuffed and some that deserve to be, that's it. And you got to know the difference. And sometimes you having fun out there, you having a good time. And while you enjoying yourself, know the difference. Know who deserves to be cuffed and know who deserves to be smashed. That's it. Smash and pass. That's it. Just, you got to know the difference. And you got to understand, how to maneuver out here. And when you meet that woman, you know what I mean? And don't get caught up. Because sometimes the ones who just deserve to be smashed, they got the good box. And then you get caught up with her. And then all of a sudden you see yourself in a relationship with a chick that you was just trying to smash and pass. You dig? So that can happen too. I see that happen to a lot of dudes where they just thought this was going to be a fly-by night. This is just some good, good head for the night. All of a sudden he got 3 kids, a baby mother that don't listen. She don't respect him. She not doing what he wants her to do. And his life in shambles because he went and cuffed up a shorty that was a fly-by night. Just because she had some good boxing, she was, giving good sloppy toppy. So we gotta, while we moving out here in these streets and we doing our thing and we meeting women and we having a good time, we gotta understand, know the nature of the beast. You got to know the nature of the beast. I said earlier, you have to study your woman. You gotta know her like you know the palm or the back of your hand. gotta study your woman. You dig? But yeah, talk to me, man. You got another question? If you got anything you want to say, man, you got the floor.
Uh, I'm just soaking up the game. I appreciate you for taking the call. I think I want to join the Mindset Mogul too. You said it's $9.99 now as well.
Oh man, it's only $9.99, man. It ain't really nothing. You know, you dig? That's the Mindset Mogul Book Club. You're gonna get a list of the books that I read, and you're gonna get some videos in there too that have not put on YouTube. And the thing about the book club too, I want to say this as well for my people that's in the book club. Understand this, man. The reason why now in the book club, I might say, you know, I might go live once a week or maybe twice a week or whatever have you, right? I might do that. But let me keep it 100 with y'all, man. When it comes to learning and when it comes to evolving, when it comes to getting this good game and this good information, man, this shit ain't convenient. I might just go live an hour before, you know what I mean, before you might know about it. You dig? I might hit you at 6 o'clock and say I'm going live at 7. Or I might hit you at 2 p.m. and say I'm going live at 3. This shit ain't gonna be convenient, man. My life is not on a schedule like that. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. So when I pop out with a jewel or when I decide to go live and I decide to give you some information, you got to be ready. You got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. You dig? Most definitely. So that's how you got to, when you approach anything of mine, understand I'm not on a schedule where, oh, every Sunday we're going to meet up at 3 o'clock. That's not how I do things. You dig? 'Cause my life is not set up that way. When I do stuff like that, I feel like I got a job. You dig? And I don't have a job. I ain't worked in goddamn so long, I can't even remember what it feels like to work for somebody. So I don't do schedules as far as like, yo, every Sunday or every Thursday I'm going to be here. Nah, I might not be there every Thursday. I might be there on a Monday. I might be there on a Tuesday. You dig? You just got to stay ready, so you got to get ready. You dig? That's just what it is. That's all I wanted to say.
I got actually a quick question popped up. It's just because it was a part in the book that was kind of vague to me, and I kind of want to go a little bit deeper on it.
Appreciate that. I love it. Let's go. Let's go through it. Where's it at in the book?
Okay, just give me some time because I gotta find it. But I know it's
If
stuck
you
in my mind.
if you know it on the top of your head, you can just say it off the top of your head.
It was when you told the woman that she was wrong because remember they were in the boyfriend and the girlfriend they were in public, and she said thank you to the guy's compliment.
Oh yeah. What you want me to unpack about that?
Because this is what Goldie said. As you said in the book, the woman could accept the compliment if she's without her friend. If the man wasn't there, if she was out with her friends. But I think that what all the other players said, because I listened to other players. They said that she should follow the respect even if the man is not even in the room.
Now, see, like I said again, listen carefully. There's two games. This game that pays, and that's game that's just there. So you got it. So it's a different now. There's a difference. Now, when I wrote this book, keep in mind, this book is a universal book. This book is for everybody. The question you asking me is for another type of person. This is for that question you asked me just now is for a person that's an alpha man. That's a man that controls his situation in a certain way. That question is for a person that live life on his own terms and by his own rules. Now, we live in reality. We live in the real world. Now, some of these players that you may be getting game from, they're not wrong with what they're saying, but they missing a little bit of information. And the thing that they missing is this, that we are in reality and we live in the real world, and you're dealing with a woman. And anytime you're dealing with a woman, you're dealing with a person that loves attention. A woman thrives off of attention. A woman is fueled by getting attention, right? So when she gets dressed, she puts on her, nice freakum dress. She goes out with a friend. She took time out to get her face beat. She went and got her hair done. And she dealing with a guy that may not compliment her as much. She dealing with a guy that may not see the effort that she puts in and her wardrobe and how she get fresh. And when she goes out with a friend and a guy compliments her, which he will, 9 out of 10 times, she's going to say thank you, or she might say something, or she might smile, or she may not say nothing. But the chances of her saying thank you is very high. Why? Because she's a woman, number one, and number two, she's with a man who don't give her enough attention when she do get fly and get dressed. You dig? So now, let me unpack that even more. Should a woman respect you even when she's not around you and when she's with her friends and she's out? Yes, she should. That's what we would love. We would love a woman that respects us even when she's not with us and she's with her friends having a cocktail. We would love that. But remember, I told you, we're in the real world. And 9 out of 10 times, if a woman is not with you and she's dressed up to the T and a guy compliments her, whether you see it or not, she's going to acknowledge that compliment in some form or fashion, whether with a smile, whether with a head nod, whether with a thank you. She's going to acknowledge it. Now, in the fairy tale world, we would like to believe that she ain't going to acknowledge it. We would like to believe that she's respecting us in our absence. We would like to believe that because we're men of ego. We're men of pride. We want to say, yeah, my bitch ain't doing that. My bitch ain't doing this. You dig? That's that bravado that we put out there. But let me tell you something, man. You don't never know what a bitch doing when she leave your sight. You ain't never known what a bitch doing. And the last thing you should be worried about is her saying thank you to a compliment. You dig? That's the last thing you need to be worried about. Last thing. I would say even more, but I can't because, like I told you, this is PG. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too gutter for TV. You feel me? So, like I said again, what they saying is not wrong. Nothing what they saying is wrong. Of course, that's what we would like to happen. When we're not in your sight and somebody compliments you when you're dressed up and looking fly, we would like you to say nothing and respond with silence. I would love that. But in the grand scheme of things, the chances of that happening is very low. Unless you got a female that's really 10 toes down and really, really love you and your dirty drawers. She love everything about you. You say jump, she say how high. Now, how many men you know got it like that? Very few in between. Very few in between. So 9 out of 10 times, most men, although they would like their woman to be respectful with them not being there, 9 out of 10 times a man compliment her, man, she gonna say thank you. Or she gonna respond in some sort of way. We can't trip about that. That's something that shouldn't even be on your mind. You dig?
Yeah, I feel you, Cash. Yeah, that's the woman I'm looking for. That's why, because I just wanted that to be answered because I know it had to do with respect, and I know respect plays a big factor. But I appreciate you for answering that and going deeper. That's the woman I'm looking for, Cash.
Yeah, most definitely. We all looking for her, man. We all looking for her. But listen, when she fuck up and say hi or say thank you to a guy that do respect her, what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna respectfully correct her. You know, you gotta correct your woman.
Okay, that's important. And how do you correct her?
I'm gonna tell her correctly that I didn't like that you replied to that man, and I felt disrespected.
Now let me tell you this: if you say it like that, she ain't gonna respect it. You got to say it with confidence. You got to say it with a certain bravado. You dig? You got to say it the correct way. You can't say it like that. You dig? You got to make sure when you say that, you say it from a place where you standing on what you're saying and you expressing it in a way and you breaking it down to her. Because very important that you remember this. Women hear what you say. They don't hear what you mean. I'm going to say that again. Women hear what you say. They don't hear what you mean. So not only do you got to say it, but you got to break it down in lamest terms for her to understand where you coming from. Because if you don't, everything you saying is falling on deaf ears. Hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in, man, and getting this game. and get me to, you know what I mean, give you some more of it, because there's always some more of it. And if you ever book a consultation call, you'll get that other side of the game. You dig?
I feel it. I appreciate you, Cash.
Cheers, man. Appreciate you for sure.
Church.
Church. All right, man, we spending so much game on here, man. It's a lot, boy. Y'all getting a lot. I hope y'all understand. Y'all getting so much, man. Y'all getting so much. Y'all don't even understand. Okay, we got another guest, Hustler Mindset. We got another guest called Hustler Mindset. We're gonna tap into Hustler Mindset. We're gonna unmute your mic. Hustler Mindset.
Yo,
Hey, man, what it is and what it ain't, man. Talk to me.
man, what up, bro? Man, bro, I be listening to your podcast all the time, bro. Your videos, the whole nine, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to pop in, bro, and say, hey, appreciate the game, my boy. Appreciate it, bro. They need to hear this, bro.
Right.
Appreciate the game, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it, bro. I just want to come through, show love.
Man, you ain't got a question, man. Come on, man. Come on. You got to. It's your time to ask a question.
I feel like we the same type of dude, bro. Bro. We both Scorpios on November 14th.
Oh,
We the same type of cat, bro. You feel me?
okay.
Same type of cat, bro. Cut from the same cloth. I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, we the same type of cat, bro. We relate different, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's-
Relate different.
That's listen, let me tell you something too. That's why you should even have a better question than anybody else, because we the same type of dudes. And we the same type of people, you understand, you don't know everything. You dig? So you dig? So there's always some more that you can learn. There's always some more that you can know. And there's always a topic that you may have pondering in the back of your mind that you can definitely have that dialogue with, and you can go deeper on that motherfucker. You feel me? So
Type shit.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to be ready. So you ain't got to, you know what I mean? Get ready.
Get ready, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I do got a couple questions though.
Talk to me.
The first question, bro, I just started tapping in, you know what I'm saying, probably like a couple months ago, and I ain't really bought no books or nothing that you done drop, but I need to cop up. But I was gonna ask, like, what type of books were you reading, like, when you was really like reinventing yourself? You know what I mean? What type of books was you reading?
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, right? I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I'm exposing a lot of things in this particular. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell y'all that. Forget that. I'm not gonna tell y'all that. I was gonna tell y'all something that one of the first books that I ever read in my life, but I'm not gonna say that on here. Okay, boom. Let me tell you one of the first books that I read that was intriguing to me and that really sparked my mind and got me on a whole different wave is I think it was the if I could really remember, because there's so much books that I read. It's a deep book, but I hope y'all get it. It's a deep book. It says, "What you say is what you get." That's a deep book. It's a very biblical. It's a very biblical type of book, but it's a very it's a very intriguing book. It's a book that's eye-opening. It's a book that lets you know that everything that you may have heard growing up, or that you may have read in the Bible, or somebody might have said, it gives it.
Life and death are in the power of the tongue.
We gonna mute you right now, because I don't know how you come out, just pop up, just talking. Man, we gonna get your ass. Man, you better get your ass off this goddamn. You better mute your motherfucking mic ASAP. How dare you interrupt this goddamn man time, man? This is hustle mindset time, man. Get your.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta relax.
I'm telling you, bro.
You talking out of turn.
Out there.
You talking out of turn right now, man. I'm over here. Just fall back right now, Christina, and soak this game up, all right? Two men are talking. See your way out of it. But listen, no, you know, all respectfully now. But like I was saying again, this book is very deep. What you say is what you get. I really don't give too many people that particular book, because most people are not ready for that type of book. And you got to be very careful how you give information. I tell people all the time, is a reason why when you join the Nation of Islam and they give you the 120 lessons and they give you it broken down in segments, they don't give you the whole 120 lessons, and that's because information can be harmful to the person if they don't have the wisdom to understand it. It's very deep. So information, I'm gonna say that again because I know that went over some people's head. Information can be harmful if you don't have the wisdom to really understand what you're absorbing. The information can really do more damage than actual good. So that book, What You Say Is What You Get, it's a very deep book, very biblical orientated book, and there's a lot of game in there, and it's 99% accurate. Some books you got to use discernment and you got to read it with a grain of salt. But this book right here, it's 99% accurate. You dig? But it's a more deep book. But there's so many books that I read, you know what I mean, that'll spark your mind in certain ways. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, bro. Because I definitely been getting into reading, bro. Like, right now I'm reading this book called The Psychology of Winning. And, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I forget reading the book, bro. I'm studying that book. You know what I'm saying? And in my everyday life, bro, that's, man, because I don't want to say too much, but I just went through, like, a little relationship, 3.5 years, you know what I'm saying? I kind of came into it, you know, I ain't really had my head on my swivel. But since I got out of it, I was blocking my blessings. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I was blocking my blessings. Because, like, a whole lot of, it's easy, to blame the next person. But on a level, you gotta blame yourself. You know what I mean? Boundaries and things like that. That's real growth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats, they not doing that. You feel me? So, yeah.
Yeah, you got to take accountability. Now you got to take accountability. That's very important. Anytime a relationship worked out, I took accountability. When a relationship dissolved and didn't work out, I took accountability. Anytime I'm in a relationship, man, I take accountability for my actions. You dig? And a lot of times, if the relationship didn't work out, more than likely, it was my fault. It's something I wasn't doing or something I was doing that was causing the situation to move the way it did. And it is what it is. I don't regret none of it. It's just a part of learning. It's a part of life. It's a part of experiences. And that's why I could write a book about relationship, because I've been in enough. I've been in a lot of relationships throughout my life. I've been doing my thing for a long time. So who the best, who's the best person to write a book like this? Me. Because I can give you some tips and give you some game. You know what I mean?
I definitely gotta cop that book, bro. Like, I gotta. Hey, where can I order that book?
Man, creatorsteadyhustle.com or liquidcash.com. You dig? And all of the information will be in the description below. You go on my Instagram, click my link in my bio. You can get the link for the book. You go on my YouTube and check any one of my YouTube channels or my YouTube videos. You go to the description, you'll find a link for the book. You know what I mean? The book is out there. It ain't hidden. If you're under a rock, you might not find it. But if you out here with us, you're going to definitely run into it. You dig?
Like that. And, bro, before I get off here, bro, hey, I need that tracksuit you had on, bro. That jump was fly, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Which one? Which one?
Damn. It was some It was some red, white, and black shit. Like, that shit was fleet.
Oh yeah. That shit fly. Yeah, that shit fly. Yeah, that shit fly.
I'm like, man, my boy looking like bitch right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna stock up on some more of those. I gotta get.
Boy, I need that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta cop off.
Okay, most definitely. I'm gonna stock up on some more of that. I'm gonna hit up my my vendor and tell him I need another one of those Cash and Power tracksuit windbreakers. They fire, most definitely.
For sure, because you be coming through Flea or whatnot, but like I said, I like when people be coming out with their own gear and really rocking it, and that sweat and that tracksuit. That's about the flyest thing I done seen that you done caught, that you done came out with. At least that I done seen.
Yeah.
That shit fly, bro. You feel me?
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I got a hoodie that's dropping too. That's gonna be fire. But I am definitely gonna put more effort and more time into the clothing too. You know what I mean? I got a lot of things down the pipeline. You dig? I don't want to speak on it right now, but I got a lot of things down the pipeline. And yeah, man, I stay fly like a pelican, man. When it comes to this drip shit, niggas ain't really fly to me, man. I'm one of the flyest podcasters in the motherfucking. That niggas ain't fucking with me.
Come on, bro. Before I get up, hey, tell that man Prince I said what up, bro.
Oh yeah. Prince is laying low right now. He's sleeping.
Seeing the young,
Yeah,
seeing the young and cool, and
yeah,
I'm like, man, look at my young nigga over there cool.
yeah,
Man.
yeah.
I said what up.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that, King. Already,
bro.
man. Cheers.
All right, we get up out of here. All right.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? He came through, did what he did when he do what he does. Christina was out of pocket, talking out of turn. You did. You gotta relax. You feel me? You got to relax. Everybody got to get their turn, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Hey, listen, man, I had a wonderful time chopping game with y'all and really sharing my 2 cents, you dig? And I'm going to leave this live up. I usually take the live down, do my little editing to the live, and then I put it on my Patreon. But I'm going to leave this live up for y'all. I'm going to put it on my Patreon as well. I'm going to start going live using the Zoom as a third party to, you know, speak to my guests, anybody that want to join the Zoom, and y'all can, you know, have a conversation with me, ask me whatever question y'all want. And that's how we going to do it. I usually have a phone number for y'all as well, but I've been on this for so long and we've been talking for so long the way we have, and I've been sharing so much information. You know, I think it's time for me to get up out of here. I got things to do, places to be, and, you know, babies to kiss. You dig? It is what it is. Now, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to get this book. I need y'all to join the book club. And I need y'all to go down this rabbit hole with me. Like my caller before, Six Fig, had a question from the book. I answered it. You might have a question from this book as well. And we can, you know, be on one accord. Like I said, the Mindset Mogul Book Club. And it is what it is, man. It's a lot of information in here, a lot of news you can use, a lot of tips, man, so much. And we're going to keep on going down the rabbit hole, and we're going to go even further. But I just wanted to touch on the forward. I ain't even got into the book yet. I ain't even got into the first chapter. I just talked about the forward, and the forward talks about love is a rose, beware of the thorns. You dig? And I discuss about relationships and things that we go through, from being married in love to going to being divorced and in shambles. And like I said again, I ain't even got to the first chapter yet. But I enjoy the time we spent together. Y'all could be anywhere in the world and y'all here with me. Y'all know how I do. I stay fly like a pelican. When I get fresh for the audience, because it might be your first time seeing me. And, you know, you don't never get a second chance to make a first impression. So when you see me, I want you to see nothing but black excellence. You dig? I want you to go back and watch this video, and you're going to learn so many different things in this video, so many jewels in this video. If you just dissect it and you go back and you watch, you're going to pick up a lot of jewels. There's a lot of game. But just go back and watch it. You're going to hear things that you thought you heard, but you didn't hear. You know what I mean? And there's going to be things you heard for the first time when you go back and watch this video. But when you do that, also make sure you like and you subscribe. And you tell a friend to tell a friend. You dig? Likquid Cash got a podcast. And if you don't remember nothing I said tonight, I need you to remember this. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers. Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's Likquid Cash, I need it all out the stash.
I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus with 2 hoes and they both foreign. These trick niggas about to get extorted.